This is day 3 of our hike, hiking from Alftavatn to Botnar. This was a 13.5-mile day. We climbed up 1,400 feet and we descended 1,600 feet. As we left Alftavatn, we were surrounded by green velvet moss that carpeted the landscape around us. It was just so beautiful. As we continued south, we could see a cone-shaped volcano covered in moss called Mount Mælifell, and we learned that this is in seasons 6 and 7 of the Game of Thrones. Icelandic horses are one of the purest breeds in the world. They were brought to Iceland by Vikings 1,000 years ago, and Icelandic law prevents horses from import, and if these are exported, they can't come back in. They have a beautiful double-layer coat to protect them from the harsh climate, and they're only about 4 to 5 feet tall. And they say pound for pound, they are the strongest breed in the world. This is how they transfer luggage in Iceland. No roads, but hardy vehicles. There were a few times on this trail that we had to cross over icy glacier rivers. We would put on our shoes and cross over. Sometimes we would link arms for sturdiness. It was icy cold. For a while we walked on this very soft bed of moss. It felt so good to our feet. The terrain changed into a hard-packed lava bed of broken rock, and dispersed all throughout this we saw these little bunches of campana flower bulb flowers, real hardy. They would just grow right through the lava. We entered the black sand volcanic desert of Mælifellssandr. This is black sand for as far as you can see, and we walked miles on this. Everywhere around us, you could see the power of nature and how it formed gorges and hills and mountains and valleys. As we continued south on our way to Botnar, the topography continued to change and it became more rugged and mountainous. We were also excited when we finally reached this canyon called Markarfljosgljufur. It is just massive and so impressive. The walls are 320 feet deep, and they're all carved into the earth by the glacier river that runs through it. So you can imagine how old this is and how long it took to carve it. It's 1.5 miles long, and it has these sheer walls. You can see the colors of the sediments and minerals in them. It was just breathtaking. At one point along the way, we found a face carved into the stone. Hollywood does a lot of filming in Iceland, and we were told that on this area, Justin Bieber did a video called I'll Show You. We finally reached Botnar. It was getting pretty cold, so we were ready to get tucked into our mountain hut. We got established, and outside there were people from all over the world. That's a family from Norway. People were also tenting down in the field. We came inside, and as a group we prepared the meal for that night and sat around and chatted and talked about the day, and then we got ourselves ready for the night and the next morning to start another day of hiking. It was just another beautiful day on Laugavegur Trail.